Hello, my name is Tom Johnson. I'd like to share with you what a remarkable fruit juice from French Polynesia has done for me. Not just tell you a story, but show you actual blood pictures of my blood taken before and after drinking noni juice. I think you'll agree with me that these pictures are quite amazing. I'm a neuromuscular therapist working here in Jacksonville, Florida. I've had the privilege of helping people for 13 years in this field. I became interested in this type of therapy because of a lifetime of injury and chronic pain. Before I was 23, I had 3 knee surgeries. Before I was 27, I had fallen in construction work and broken my back twice. By the time I was 31, I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease, stage 2 arthritis, and fibromyalgia. In 1998, while preparing for another knee surgery, I was diagnosed with a fatty liver disorder. The doctor said there wasn't much he could do about it. The prognosis wasn't very good. The orthopedic surgeon working on my right knee said that he should be replacing my left one, but at 41 years of age, I was too young. Being in the holistic healthcare field, I set out on a regime of whole food vitamin supplements, minerals, enzymes, probiotics, olive leaf extract, colostrum, and liver cleanses. All these are good products, I'm sure, and they have their place. But after approximately 10 months and $2,000 later, I was still in great pain and very depressed. In fact, at 44 years of age, I felt very old. I had already started making concessions in my life, such as limiting golf, fishing, and other activities that added enjoyment. Then in February of 2000, a friend of mine called me. I asked him what was new in his life, and he asked me if I'd ever heard of noni juice from French Polynesia. I said that I hadn't, and he asked me if I would come to a meeting. It was quite apparent after the meeting that evening what my condition was when someone had to help me up off the couch. My friend gave me a bottle of noni juice. I went home, took a big swig, and went straight to bed. The next morning, I knew I was on to something. I had slept better that night than I could remember sleeping in many years. My first thought was that before I could recommend this to my family and friends and patients, I'd like some kind of documented evidence that there was a real change going on. So I went to a professional who did live blood analysis. In case you aren't familiar with live blood analysis, it's simply sticking your finger, putting a drop of blood on a slide, putting it under a microscope, and magnifying it through a video monitor. I'd like to mention that this professional at no time made any diagnosis from what they saw, only observation and categorization. I continued to take noni juice for 3 weeks. I was feeling so much better that I thought there might be some small change in the blood. You see, it takes 120 days for the human blood to regenerate, so I didn't expect much. But I was hopeful, seeing as I was feeling so much better. There was no way we could be prepared for what we both saw. The following is an edited version of the original video. It was necessary to edit it for format purposes. However, the original pictures have not been tampered with in any way. In the first video, there are less than 2% healthy blood cells. They all have multiple unhealthy characteristics, such as target cells, which look like donuts. What causes target cells is having failed to incorporate correct levels of hemoglobin, the iron-containing protein that carries oxygen and energy. The platelets also have characteristic clumping together, indicating a high presence of undigested fat in the blood, which is commonly known as thrombocyte aggregation. In addition, there is a high percentage of cell membrane irregularity, as well as not being the correct size, which is 7.2 to 7.5 microns in diameter. But one of the scariest things is that there are even platelets that have spiny projections on the outer surface of the membrane, which indicates the possibility of excessive free radical activity. However, the most notable in the first sample is the absence of all but one neutrophil the major immune system cells. I don't think you have to be an expert to see that there's a major difference. Imagine my surprise when I saw this. The platelets are considerably larger, they have the proper size and shape, as well as not being stuck together, and the free radical damage seems to be gone. Previously, there were only 2% of all platelets that were healthy before drinking Noni juice, and there are about 2% that are not perfectly healthy after drinking Noni juice for 3 weeks. The most encouraging observation to me was that you can see a dramatic increase in the number of neutrophils, the major immune system cells in the body. I also thought it was very intriguing to actually see a neutrophil at work. Here you see a clear picture of a neutrophil absorbing a uric acid crystal. Well, as you can see, this is not just a story. Although I do have a wonderful story. My friends and family wonder in amazement what happened to me. Do I have a new body? No. I wish. But I do have a quality of life now that I have never had before. I don't want you to be confused. This is not just any Noni juice. It's the original one on the market. And in laboratory testing, it's the most potent in its chemical composition. My hope and my prayer for you is that you will try this natural miracle from paradise. You see, I know it can help you. And just as it has for me, could possibly change your life. Thank you for your time. God bless you.